Today's the 13th of February, and it looks like I'll be getting flowers from no one but my mother for the 16th consecutive Valentine's Day. Not that I care. The day is pure commercialism. All the taken men out there are guilt-tripped into buying long-stem bloody roses and taking their girlfriends to expensive restaurants. The kind of restaurants where you don't have bookings, you make reservations. Hang on. Does this sound bitter? I don't want to sound bitter. I'll be the first to admit I want a special day tomorrow. All my girlfriends are always getting white gold necklaces and diamond-studded watches while I'm home alone eating 3 bowls of ice cream watching Sex and the City. Every year since I've turned 25, I've been so lonely on Valentine's Day I've gone down and bought a cat. I have 10 cats. Have you ever noticed how Valentine's Day shares the same initials as venereal disease? VD. I feel like this is not a coincidence. Like there's a close relationship between letting someone eat a vagina without a medical certificate and having to put out to thank him for the diamonds. A voice distracts me from my 14th game of Spider Solitaire. Sophie Webb, these are for you. The these this person is referring to is the most exquisite bouquet of flowers ever wrapped in pink and green cellophane and courier delivered to an executive assistant in her cubicle. I thank her and shake her hand and up the ante give her a hug. She backs carefully towards the elevator. My boss walks past and gives me an appraising nod. And for a sinking second I realise they're from him. But no, he's married and gay, and this is not his handwriting. So who are these flowers from? I look closely at the message. Pick you up, your place, 6 p.m. tomorrow. Okay? That's a little scary. Who are these flowers from? Maybe it's a co-worker. One of these bastards are playing with my feelings, or maybe they genuinely like me. I get up and I go to Tom's desk. I look at him in the eye. It's not him. I watch Lie to Me. I can read any face. I walk past every male's desk in the office, one by one. Damn it! None of these nerds are responsible. Who are these goddamn flowers from? When I get home, I feel the greatest ambivalence. I'm hopeful and excited about my date, but the whole thing seems so suspicious. What if it's some bastard ex-boyfriend playing a cool prank? Will anyone even turn up? I pour myself half a dozen gins and sort out a microwave dinner. You probably don't believe this, but I've had a boyfriend every year for the past 6 years. You see, they always tell me just before Christmas. My birthday's in January, so they're probably sitting there thinking, Christmas, birthday, Valentine's Day. I can't commit to 3 gifts in 3 months. I finish my gins, pour myself another 2. How many's that? 4? I get up to do a wee, pass out in the bathroom, knickers around my ankles. For the 16th Valentine's Day in a row, I wake up with a monumental hangover. My landline is ringing. This will be my mother. Hi, Mum. Guess what? I got a date. I met a guy at... Oh, well, I won't confuse you with the details. It's Michael Lloyd. My boss. You planning on coming into work today, getting those Botox injections you've been Googling all year? I'm embarrassed for so many reasons. He laughs, tells me to take the rest of the day off to get ready. What a bastard. Am I that pathetic I need a whole day to make myself presentable? I resist the urge for a gin breakfast and I stagger into my bedroom to get ready. 2 hours later, I wake up, feeling human. I shower, dress, then I check my Facebook page and my email accounts, blogs and forums and the comments on my YouTube videos. There's nothing of interest, so I check everything another 18 times and then I switch off my Mac. midday. Call the animal shelter. Tell them to put down the kitten they've kept aside for me. The doorbell rings. It's flowers from my mother. I call her and I tell her, "Mum, I have a date." She doesn't believe me, but I don't care. I do have a date. A date who knows where I work and live, but wants to remain anonymous. I suddenly realise how bad this looks. Who the hell is this guy? He's probably some psycho who wants to kill me. This is the stupidest thing I've done in my life. I'm about to have dinner with a stalker. 6 p.m. comes around and the doorbell rings. I'm hyperventilating and my heart is racing. And it's a struggle to make it out of the living room. I open the front door, feeling blindingly dizzy. A man I've never seen before is standing there. He's clean-shaven, cute, slim, about my height and radiating quiet pleasantness. His eyes are bright and blue. "Hi, Sophie," he says. His voice is a soft murmur. "You're probably wondering who I am." I manage a nod. "We actually went to school together. You're 3 years below me, and I hunted you down through Facebook through a mutual friend who I swore on the Bible I'd never name." "What is your name?" Dan Hunsford." He takes my hand, walks me to the car, even opening the car door for me. The date passes in a blur of nerves, and I quickly get the impression that Dan Hunsford has no intention of killing, raping, scamming, or religiously converting me. He is the perfect gentleman who drives at the speed limit, makes eye contact, listens to every word of my nervous babble, and even buys me lobster. Cute, polite, charming, perfect in every way. Naturally, this makes me suspicious. Suspicious of what Dan's motive really is. Suspicious of Murphy's Law, which dictates I will screw him, wake up to find the picture of my grandmother on his bedside table and realise we're cousins. He drives me home, walks me to the front door, and I badly want to take him inside and shag him. The angel on my shoulder is yelling, "Do it!" We stop at the threshold. "Thanks for an amazing evening, Dan." He smiles. "Thanks for coming. I was scared I'd scared you." No, well, maybe a little, but luckily for you, I'm desperate enough to go out on dates with complete strangers. There is an awkward pause. "So what's wrong with you?" I ask, immediately regretting my word choice. I mean, you're just so perfect. You're cute, polite, charming. You should be married to a supermodel. This time Dan smiles with a hint of sadness. "Before I answer that, may I kiss you?" I don't actually yell out, "Hell yeah," but from the way I'm leaning forward with my lips puckered, the comment would be fairly superfluous. We kiss passionately, and I'm inches away from clubbing him in the head and dragging him to bed. "I was born a woman," he says. There it is. There's the something I knew he was hiding. "Thanks, Murphy, you motherfucker!" "I'm sorry," he says, and he turns to leave. Instinct makes me reach for his shoulder, his slender, feminine shoulder. "Don't you think you should have told me?" He snaps. "What? Oh, I told you within 2 hours of meeting you. What do you think it should be, my introductory line? Hi, I'm Dan, but I used to be a chick, and I always felt like a man trapped inside a woman's body, so I got my tits hacked off, take buttloads of hormones, and take me all night to tell you what they did down there." After an evening of politeness and charm, this outburst comes like a slap in the face. "Well, why'd you tell me at all?" I ask. Tears are rolling down his cheeks and I feel strangely empty. He looks at me in the eye and says, "Because I wanted to sleep with you? It'd be far more awkward if the first you heard of my sex change was when I was to use the penis pump." I bite my lip and frown. Is it gay to do it with a guy who used to be a girl? Is it so bad to be gay? I'm suddenly filled with bile. No! I will not do this. I would never. The person who stands before me is a transvestite. Not a he, nor a she, but an it. How emotionally weak and retarded must have been to have its sex changed. It kissed me, knowing I'd like it, tricking me into feeling something. This perfect gentleman actress is a disguise type, the sicko underneath. The pathetic, manipulative bastard. In a fury, I unlock the door, step inside and slam it behind me. 3 seconds later, I open the door and say, "Do you drink gin?" Some people say life starts when you fall in love. For me, it was when my mum died on the anniversary of my transsexual boyfriend dumping me. Things with Dan Hunsford didn't work out the way I'd expected. I'd expected we'd last about a week, but we managed to make it all the way through Christmas, my birthday, and even a second Valentine's Day. I was so proud of myself, I sold all of my cats except Arnold. I didn't want to keep Arnold, but he knew what was going on after Carrie, Miranda and Mr. Big disappeared, and the little bastard scratched me whenever I went within 2 metres of him. Things with Dan were strange from the beginning. We started out pretty heavy. I nicknamed him Every Time Dan. One day, after some brunch loving, I said, "You really know what a woman wants." And he gave me a look like he knew he was cheating. It's sad, I know, but things like that bothered me, even after a bottle of wine. Then, one day mid-year, I had a complete change of heart. I embraced who he was. I started boasting to my girlfriends. "Cindy, meet Dan. Dan's my boyfriend. He used to be a woman. If you find that weird or disgusting, then you're a narrow-minded, prejudiced bitch. Get off your damn hind horse, Cindy." Whenever I booked his tickets or filled out paperwork on his behalf, I'd circle both genders and write X next to female. A year to the day before Mum died, Dan said, "You can't love me for who I am. You're either creeped out by me or you're showing me off to prove how forward-thinking you are." At least that's what intensive therapy uncovered. I blacked out as soon as he said, "We need to talk," and didn't come to until spring. The first thing I remembered was Arnold licking my face. He knew he was getting a new family, and this time he'd be king of the brood. When I got back from the funeral, I began to seriously question my life. My brother was there with his wife and 3 kids, each taking in turns to bawl their eyes out. Only one of them was ever crying at the one time, like it was the most morbid game of pass the parcel in history. After 3 full rounds of this, they started throwing me dirty looks. So I left as soon as the service ended. I was single again, with a crap job and no family worth knowing. It was time to restart my life. So here I am, at the offices of Brown, Leighton and Smith, ready to be interviewed for the position of Senior Executive Assistant. I'm not quite sure if that means that I'll be the boss of the other executive assistants, or that I'll be the assistant to a senior executive. But I know it's a step up. It's my second interview since the funeral, and I was going to do Mum proud. "Sophie Webb, come on through." The receptionist sizes me up as she takes me in, and I decide I'm going to make her life miserable when they make me her boss. The new Sophie is tough. 5 suited men sit around a table, and as the door shuts behind me, I suddenly feel 2 feet tall. They offer me some water. I nod and drink straight from the jug. Shit, that's a bad way to start. I think about showing a breast to recover, but the only guy under 40 laughs and says, "I like a chick with a sense of humour." I get a small confidence boost, but he doesn't laugh the second time.
The 100-year-old lawyer asks me the first question. I say something sensible. Yes! It happens again, and I know I'm going to nail this. It ends up going really, really well, and I leave before realising their questions weren't about anything. They know more about my cats and my work ethic. Do they just want me because I look pretty in a skirt? I mean, I do, but that's not the point.
I get my answer 2 days later. Hello? Yes, it is. It's the guy who laughed in the interview. Today at 6? Sure. Okay, I'll see you there. That was Rod Smith calling me back for a follow-up chat. We're meeting at the cafe downstairs. I have 4 hours to get ready, so I print out my CV,
Try on 15 outfits before settling for the one I was already wearing. Hunt down the details of my last 3 employers. They all loved me. Determined to win him over. He will make me an offer, damn it.
6 p.m. rolls around, and I'm waiting in the cafe, sipping on a latte with just the slightest bit of that of gin. My CV and references are spread out before me. Rod rushes in 10 minutes late and sits opposite me, taking off his tie and apologising. How was your afternoon? Fine, thanks. Here are my last 3 references, and I forgot to point out my typing speed in the first interview. 72 words per minute.
Impressive. Do you like salmon? They do a mean salmon here. On me, of course. Yeah, sure. I'm a great multitasker too. I can type while talking about something totally different. Got loads of practice texting while my ex was yammering away about his feelings. He nods distractedly, then lightens up and goes to get something from his briefcase. These are for you. It's chocolates. Favourites. I suddenly realise he's hitting on me. I thought this was a second interview. He looks embarrassed.
He is hitting on me. I slap him as hard as I can. I get up, but he stops me. I'll hire you if you stay. I knew he'd make me an offer, but I didn't realise the bastard would blackmail me into a date. The worst thing is, the job's great and the guy's cute. I lean forwards and slide my CV under his nose.
You see this? I'm worth at least $8,000 more than what you advertised. I know he wants to protest, so I stop him before he can. No, you can't trick me into a date and then complain about some run-of-the-mill extortion. You will give me the pay rise, and you'll pay for the salmon, and you'll let me leave at 5:45 on Friday so I can get to yoga. You leave at 5:30 every day, and I'll only do all that if you kiss me after dinner. You're on. It is the most competitive date I have ever been on. He eats faster than I do. I make him order me the most expensive dessert. He tries to talk me into sex and I ask for another $4,000. He backs down and ends up getting second base instead. For free. Rod Smith is one smooth customer and the date/interview goes really, really well.
7 days and 2 dates later, I get an offer from the first guys who interviewed me. I hadn't heard from Brown, Leighton and Smith, so I tell them I'll call them back in an hour and try Rod on his mobile. What? You didn't get the call? Fucking Janice. See, this is why we're hiring you, Sophie. Too many Janices in the world have jobs they suck at. I thought you hired me for a date. I'll have her call you. He hangs up without another word. 20 minutes later, I get a call from Janice.
She's a total sweetheart, by the way. She offers me the job and I accept. Before she hangs up, I ask about the salary. As advertised, she says. I am livid. He lied to me. I let him touch my boobs and he lied to me about an $8,000 pay increase. I am going to make him suffer for this. I invite him round for dinner. I'm serving an authentic family recipe. So authentic, I even get my nan to cook it. Music, wine, and the implied promise of sex. This going to be the most romantic breakup dinner ever. The date rolls around and he's running late. I try and retain my cool, but tardiness makes him fidgety. I knock back a wine glass of ginger relax. I stroke Arnold. He arrives with chocolates, flowers and apologies.
So sorry, hon. We lost a major client at work, and now I have to drop that pro bono case I'd taken up. It's the only decent part about being a lawyer, and this sort of thing really bums me out. The struggle between feelings of sympathy and getting a kick out of how much more I'm going to enjoy dumping the wanker. Oh, sweetie, that's terrible. Here, have some wine while I massage you. I rub his shoulders, and he melts in my hands. I made a really good call with you. You're so funny and kind. I'm really enjoying getting to know you. He's making it so much harder for the both of us. I serve dinner at Merlot, and we have the loveliest evening. The conversation is good, dessert delicious.
It's wonderful. He asks me where the bathroom is, and I direct him out the front door. He laughs and asks me if I want him to water the pot plants. No, I want you to go and never come back, you lying fuck. He looks shocked. He asks why.
You lied about my salary. Janice told me I was getting paid the advertised rate. Fucking Janice! I told her to tell you it was as discussed, not as advertised. I'm so glad you're taking your job. Suddenly hope I haven't made a huge mistake. So, she got it wrong? No, she's right. Thank God.
Then what are you still doing in my house?
I was going to pay it myself.
It's my turn to be shocked. You were going to pay $8,000 for a date?
Per year.
This is unbelievable. I asked him why.
I had a good feeling about you, and I always trust my instincts.
So unfair. My instincts are bloody useless. You were going to do all of that for me, and I had organised the most spiteful breakup in history. Such a horrible person.
You're all right, you were looking out for yourself. But I tell you who is a horrible person? Fucking Janice! That silly old cow's incompetence has filtered out of the workplace and into my private life. If I had $1 for every time she'd screw something up, I'd double my salary. I cut off his rant with a kiss.
It's a full minute before I break it off. Rod, I have something to ask you. He looks at me. Don't get me wrong when I ask you this, and it totally doesn't matter what the answer is. I just want to know. What is it?
I put my hand on the front of his pants. Were you born with this?